Speech errors. Ever found yourself in a classroom staring at your teacher and accidentally calling her mom? Or mixing up words in the most hilariously awkward way possible? Congratulations, you've just experienced a classic speech error. It's like your brain is attending a messy party where similar words are dancing way too close together, and every now and then, one of them trips over its own feet. These delightful little mix-ups usually happen thanks to fatigue, stress, or the noble attempt at multitasking. Because who doesn't love juggling 5 things at once while forgetting how to form a simple sentence? It's harmless, really, but oh so hilarious. Especially when you find yourself saying something that leaves everyone in stitches. Think of it this way. Your brain is like a high-speed train. Fast, efficient, and occasionally prone to derailment. So, if your next verbal blunder sends everyone into a fit of giggles, just remember, it's not you. It's your brain on a caffeine buzz. Doorway effect. You're in one room full of purpose and ambition, and then you cross into another room. Poof. Your brain wipes the reason why you came here. This is called the doorway effect. Researchers say that walking through a doorway acts like a mental event boundary. It's as if your brain is operating like a cluttered computer with too many tabs open. You cross into another room, and your brain goes, whoops, time to close this tab and open a shiny new one. What was I doing again? The good news. If you retrace your steps and head back to your starting point, your brain often pulls a rabbit out of its hat and reloads that missing information. So, if you ever forget why you entered a room, just remember, it's not you. It's your brain taking a mini vacation every time you walk through a doorway. Tip of the tongue phenomenon. You know the feeling, that nagging frustration when you're certain you know a word? It's on the tip of your tongue, dancing just out of reach like it's playing a game of hide and seek. That's the tip of the tongue phenomenon. This delightful little glitch happens when your brain is trying to fetch a word, but can't quite connect the dots between its meaning and sound. It's like they're on 2 different Wi-Fi networks and just can't seem to log in at the same time. Researchers believe it's because the meaning and the sound of a word are stored in different parts of the brain, and those parts are having a miscommunication. But here's the silver lining. That elusive word usually makes an entrance at the most random moments. You could be washing the dishes or in the middle of a completely unrelated conversation about banana bread. And boom, there it is. Your brain finally gets it together and spits out the word you were looking for. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. This phenomenon, also known as the frequency illusion. You learn a new word or concept, and suddenly it feels like it's everywhere you look. That's not magic, it's the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. Just your brain flexing its filtering muscles. You see, your noggin is constantly sifting through the endless ocean of information, and when something catches your attention, it suddenly becomes the VIP of your brain's event. Your perception gets a little software update, and voila! The world didn't change overnight. It just seems to have sprouted an abundance of that one thing you just learned about. This quirky glitch explains why new trends, topics, or even that quirky dance move you just saw on TikTok seem to explode right after you first hear about them. It's as if your brain has declared that this information is now critical data, and everything else is just background noise. So, if you find yourself spotting the same coffee brand you just discovered on every street corner, just know your brain is having a little party. And you're the guest of honor. Inattentional blindness. It's the classic struggle of searching for your phone, only to discover it's been lounging in your hand the whole time. Or how about when your glasses decide to play hide and seek and end up perched right on your head? Or keys just chilling right in front of you while you frantically rummage through your bag. This amusing glitch occurs because your brain has a tendency to tune out familiar objects, especially if they're part of your daily routine. So, what's happening is your brain is doing a sort of mental filtering, deciding what's important and what's not based on your expectations. This means sometimes you're literally not seeing something that's right in front of you, because your brain has decided it's not there. False memories. You might think your memory is like a perfect video recording, capturing every detail with crystal clarity. However, it's more like a talented artist sketching a scene based on impressions rather than an exact replica. Your brain has a knack for reconstructing memories, filling in gaps with details that may never have actually occurred. Studies have shown that it's entirely possible for people to believe they experienced events that never happened, sometimes with astonishingly vivid detail. This is a key reason why eyewitness testimony can be so unreliable. Two people can witness the same event and emerge with completely different versions, each convinced they are correct. Our brains, it turns out, are quite skilled at crafting convincing narratives, often blending reality with imagination in a way that feels utterly authentic. Deja vu. You step into a place you've never been, yet it seems hauntingly familiar, as if you've walked through it in a dream or time warp scenario. Deja vu, one of the strangest brain phenomena, and scientists are still piecing together the puzzle of how it happens. One popular theory suggests that deja vu occurs when your brain accidentally files a new experience as if it were a memory. It's as if your mind is creating a weird time loop, where your present moment gets confused with a past one that never really existed. This glitch can make you feel like you've lived the exact moment before, even though you know you haven't. Another theory is that deja vu linked to minor brain delays creating a glitch in the matrix. Whatever the cause, it's one of the weirdest brain glitches we all experience. Capgras delusion. Imagine catching a glimpse of a loved one, a partner, a parent, or a close friend. But instead of feeling joy or comfort, you're gripped by the horrifying belief that they've been replaced by an imposter. This rare and chilling brain glitch is not just a figment of the imagination, it's Capgras delusion, is thought to arise from a disconnect between facial recognition and emotional response. Your brain can recognize a face, that familiar visage of someone you love, but it fails to trigger the usual feelings of warmth and familiarity that accompany it. Essentially, your mind says, "I know that face," but the accompanying emotional connection is absent, leading to the distressing conclusion that a double. This bizarre disorder is often seen in individuals who have suffered brain injuries or those dealing with certain psychiatric conditions. It serves as a stark reminder of how fragile our perception of reality can be. Time dilation. It's a fascinating experience that many people have felt, especially during high stress or life-threatening situations. Think of those moments just before a near miss in a car crash when everything seems to slow down, and you can almost see your life flash before your eyes. What's actually happening in your brain is quite remarkable. During these intense moments, your brain goes into overdrive, recording far more details than it normally would. It's as if you've switched from shooting a video at 30 frames per second to a stunning 120 frames per second. This increased frame rate allows you to capture more information about your surroundings, making those seconds feel extended, as if time itself is stretching. In dangerous situations, this heightened awareness and faster processing speed allow us to assess threats more effectively and take the necessary action to protect ourselves. As a result, those adrenaline-pumping, scary moments often feel frozen in time, while the humdrum of ordinary life seems to zoom by in a blur. Foreign accent syndrome. Imagine waking up from a head injury and, voila, you're suddenly speaking with a completely different accent. British, Irish, Russian, who knows? It's rare but oh so real. Welcome to foreign accent syndrome, where your brain hits the reboot button but forgets your voice settings. The language data? All intact. But somehow your vocal cords decided to take a vacation and returned with a whole new sound. So here you are. Same old you, but now you sound like a character
This
from a
is
sitcom.
relevant to my interests.
This raises some fun questions. Just how much of you is tied to your voice? If your tone and rhythm go haywire, who's really chatting? What if personality is just a playlist of speech profiles and a bit of trauma can flip the switch? Who have you been without even knowing it? And who might you become next? Don't worry, it's just your brain experimenting with accents. It's like an audio game of Guess Who? The McCollough effect. Stare at certain color patterns long enough and brace yourself. Your brain might just throw a colorful party of hallucinations that linger for hours or even days. Welcome to the bizarre world of the McCollough effect. A funky optical glitch that even scientists are scratching their heads over. Unlike those quick fading after images that disappear faster than your favorite snack, this colorful trick can mess with your vision for days. It's like your brain decided to take a few liberties with the color palette, reminding us that it doesn't just soak up info, it actively shapes it. Microsleeps. You're sitting through a lecture, eyes glazed when you blink, and suddenly, 30 seconds have vanished into thin air. Congratulations, you just experienced a microsleep. Your brain decided to force quit consciousness for a quick little nap, usually lasting between 1 and 15 seconds, while you have no memory of it at all. To everyone else, you appear wide awake, but behind the scenes, your brain just hit the reboot button, hoping nobody noticed. but you noticed. And here's where it gets a little scary. What if this happens while you're driving? Suddenly, the simulation feels less like a well-oiled machine and more like a game of survive the snooze. Microsleeps bring up some chilling questions. What if your brain has a hidden sleep mode activating more often than you think? How many precious moments of your life have you technically been there but not logged in? And if this can strike without warning, how do you know it's not happening right now? Maybe this moment, yes, this one, is just another sneaky background reboot and you're just waking up. And the scariest thought of all, what has your brain been up to while you were out?
Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Next video will be coming soon. Bye!